What a great breakfast club talking about the $1 million formula, Frank.
Yeah, you know what's interesting because I've been thinking about it after we just finished Breakfast Club and talking about it. Really, what it comes down to is I think it's like Steve, it's forgotten opportunities,
Hmm.
right? It's just
Hmm.
it's such an easy thing to do, and we just forget about it. It's like wow, it's almost the kind of thing where we should have a sticky note stuck on our computer. Don't forget these things.
Yes.
Because it's really kind of a part of our day, but we just forget this one little extra thing, that we could be doing. And it could be such a game changer for us, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, well, here's what happens is we get, I remember when I got in the business, you and I've been in it a while. I'm 20, you believe it's 24 years in the business. And I think you're like 21 years. You're just before.
Times two.
But
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I got in, it was like busy, busy, busy. I mean, it was like the faster you ran, the crazier you ran, the more you were applauded and you were pat on the back. And it's like,
Yeah.
he's so busy.
Yeah.
Wow, I got my badge of busyness.
Yeah.
And here's what happens is, man, we make the calls, you answer the questions, you run the numbers, you give great advice, you even update everybody on the file, but we skip the most important thing.
The most important
It's like
thing,
I
which
did all
is
this activity, and it's like, hey, how are you doing? Well, business is a little slow, but man, I'm busy. And
busy.
then it's like, okay, well, let's talk about how many offers you've made. People
Right.
are like, what do you mean by offer? And here's the $1 million formula. You want to
Mm.
make a ton of money, have a ton of success, take busyness to effectiveness, take activity to paychecks, take conversations into closed and funded loans that hit your bank account. Oftentimes you're only missing one key ingredient, and that
One
is making offers.
making the
And
offer.
that's it, man. The formula is offers minus no's equals money. And what that
Right.
means is whoever makes the most offers, or you could say it like this, ask for the business the
Right.
most,
Right.
is going to be the person that gets the most no's,
Right.
but they're also going to be the person that literally makes the most money.
Right.
And I think that's what we want to just encourage today is, are you asking for the business? And Frank, we've got 9 different areas to think about. And I know it sounds like a lot, but really it's 3 core areas. But oftentimes it's like, well, where do I ask for the business?
Yeah. It's interesting because the if we are busy, busy, busy,
Yeah.
that's just creating more
Mm.
opportunity
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
make more offers,
Oh, yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
right. That's the missing component. But you're right. There's 3 core areas,
Yeah.
right? That we can extrapolate 9 opportunities to
That's
make an
right.
offer out
Yeah.
of, right? And so the first one being, of course, our real estate agent partners, right?
That's right.
This,
100%.
the second one being our active clients in our pipeline, right?
That's right.
And our third, our past client database. So let's dig into those a little bit. Let's talk
Okay.
about those 3 areas.
Yeah, and they're very, very simple. So, like when we think about a process, well, I'm always thinking, and you are too, I want a process to prospect. What that means is that it's replicatable. It's not a
Mm,
one-time, one-off. So, how do I do something the same way every time? Consistency in my
yeah.
business. So, and it's very easy because it's so funny. Success is often the easiest because it's just repeating. If you can fall in love with repetition, you're going to be wildly successful.
Right.
Consistency and repetition. So here
Yeah.
are the 3 areas. Uh, in the agents that you're actively working with, there's 3 ways to ask for the business. Number one is simply the conversation. Frank,
Yeah.
every time we're talking, am I saying, hey, Frank, before we get off the phone, who else do you have today that I could help get pre approved to make sure it's a good use of your time? And I would encourage everyone who's listening, don't change it up. You know what I used to say? It's like, hey, keep me in mind for your next buyer lead.
Right.
But what we found was what converted the highest was the very simple phrase, who do you have today that I could help you get pre approved to make sure it's a good
Right.
use of your time? So, number one's phone.
Right.
Here's the next one. Number two, send a text periodically with the
Mm,
same question.
right.
That's it. Just it,
Once a
it
week.
almost feels random to them,
Right.
but it's not. It's, every other Thursday, just going to follow
Yeah.
it up with a quote unquote random text. It's not random,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's another way to ask for the business in a cool way.
Yeah.
And then the third one, just an
Yeah. The
email.
third one's email.
Yeah.
exactly.
And that could be once or twice a month. You don't want to wear the like it's not I'm doing it every day.
Well, but
But
you
what
say, when
happens?
when you say once or twice a month, let's clarify that for people because we know we like to stay on a
Yeah.
consistent email
Yep.
uh, routine, which is typically at bare minimum once a week to our referral
Mm-hmm.
partners.
Mm-hmm.
Probably better a couple times a week, right?
That's right.
But you're saying maybe two times a month, there's a specific email
That's
that's
right.
just focused on literally saying, who can I help? Or,
It's a direct call
yeah,
to
a
action.
direct call to action. All
That's
the
right.
other emails certainly have a call to action at
Yeah.
the end of the email, some sort of, you know, email super signatures or whatever
Yeah.
we call it, you want to call it, right? There's that. But there's a couple emails a month that are just targeted as I'm
Yep.
making an offer, right?
That's
So,
right. Yeah, well, hey, and I'll give you an example. Here's a real simple one I'm using with a lot of effectiveness.
yeah.
Um, for those of you who are working over the weekend, like for me, I'm in ramp up phase, which has been just, we're having great success in it. But for me, I love being able to say, hey, so this is an exact email and it's very simple. You don't put, any kind of picture, or extra text. It's
Right.
just almost like you just sat at your computer and typed it.
Yeah.
And here's one that I'm doing, but it's a direct call to action. And this one will either go out on Friday or Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You can
Mm,
choose, and I'll mix it up. Hey, working this weekend? Question mark. That's the subject line.
mm.
I'm around this weekend. If you've got any buyers who need to get pre-approved fast, call or text me directly. Here's my phone number, Steve. I don't even put
The
Steve
end.
Kyles. Yeah,
The end.
it's
Send.
yeah, it's like the 9 word text.
Yeah.
But here's the beauty of it. And some people are like, "Well, I don't want to get flooded over the weekend." I'll tell you what, it's been pretty amazing. And just for our listeners, and I'll work through some of it. This is my 5th month back into originating, and we broke double digits, and we'll be
Mm,
in the mid double digits in closings and fundings. And I'll share more of the story as we unpack it. But I'll tell you, here's the thing: people are like, "Well, I don't want to work nights and weekends." Here's the cool thing: is you really don't get a ton of people bothering you on the weekend. But what you're telling your agent is, "I work when you work. I'm
yeah.
available."
Yeah.
And what's happening is the right agents who have that one buyer, and listen, I had one this weekend, and it was like, "Hey, I got this buyer. He's hot, hot, hot." It takes 10 minutes to have a
Yeah.
phone call and send them a
Right.
link so it's teed
Yeah.
up and ready to go Monday morning. It's
Right.
not a big deal.
Yeah.
But that one simple email, working this weekend? Question mark. I'm around this weekend if you've got any buyers who need to get pre-approved.
Mm.
Call or text me directly at
Yeah.
Steve. That's
So you
it.
might do this twice a month, right?
A hundred percent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You might do this twice a month, just
Yeah.
as an extra email,
Yep.
on top of what you're
What
what
you
you're
normally
normally
send
doing.
out. It's just a
Yeah.
direct call to action.
And
So
then the text message you already brought up as well. So we might
yeah,
do that twice a month on a Thursday, working with anybody this weekend,
that's right.
that I can get pre-approved for you. So it's a good use of your time. We've seen great
Hey, and let
success
me
in
tell
doing
you
that.
the
Yeah.
text exactly, like, because you can do it a couple of ways. You could say, "Who do you have today
Mm.
who do you have today that I can help you get pre-approved to make sure it's a good use of your time?" That's one. And
Hmm.
then another one would be, "Hey, I'm around this weekend. If you've got any buyers who need to get pre-approved, call or text me."
There you go.
And so you kind of
Mix it up a
mix
little
up,
bit.
yeah.
Hmm.
And it's just a very cool direct call to action because I think we're missing just the direct ask. So it's
Yeah.
call, email, text. Now,
Right.
watch how crazy this plan is. Now let's move to buyers that are active, and what are we going to do there?
Same thing.
Call,
Call,
email,
email,
text.
text. Right.
That's it. And
Yeah.
now we got a process. And
Yeah.
so with a buyer direct on the phone calls, I wonder how many times. And listen, what really helps me is I use my Remarkable, and every single day I'll go in and I write 4 things down. And so maybe this will help you as well. But look, I this is mine from yesterday.
Yeah.
So I literally just say outbound calls, OC, talk tos, ask, leads. And
Mm.
every day I just do markers. Okay, a call, talk to, did I ask, and did I get any leads? But
Mm.
there's got to be a simple way where every conversation we're tracking, Frank, and just saying, okay, I had a conversation. Did I ask for the business? And what it'll do is it'll teach you to not have a conversation without an ask. So that's
There
the
you
number
go.
one. And it
Right.
goes through all 3 layers: agents, active buyers, past clients.
There you go.
And then because what you'll find, probably some of us, your biggest opportunity is conversations without a really
Mm,
cool ask.
mm,
Well, I don't want
mm.
to be salesy. It kind of goes back. Hey, tell the illustration that Carl just shared about somebody's got a flat tire on the side of the road. I think that really is a great reframing about being salesy.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you're a tire salesman. You're driving down the road. You've got a bunch of tires in the back of your truck, and along
Yeah.
the way, you see somebody on the side of the road with a flat tire, and you decide, well, I don't want to seem pushy or salesy. I don't want to pull over and be a salesy guy. When the truth is, they need a tire.
Yeah. So
They
you
need a
drive by and
tire, and you
wave. It's
got
like,
them. Yeah,
hey,
just waving at them as you go by. Hope you do okay. Yeah, I'm not going to bother you.
hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. I'd also love to hear from you. Make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or what it is you want to see next. And we'll see you on the inside. See you. Yeah,
It's a kind of an obvious sort of silly analogy, but it's true.
it is
There's
true.
people
It
need
is
your
true.
help, right?
That's right.
There isn't one agent out there that's closing any deal that requires a mortgage that doesn't need a loan officer to help him with it.
That's
End
right.
of
That's
story,
right.
right? There isn't one borrower out there who's not, or one buyer who's not paying cash, right? That need every one of them needs a loan
That's
officer.
right.
Every single one of them does. So there's so many people that need our help, and so we're not being salesy. We're just making an offer.
That's right.
That's all we're doing. We're just offering. Hey, do you need the help? I'm here. Who do you
Yep.
know that needs my help? I'd like to help. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, with the real with the real estate agents in mind here, man, there's so many of them that will respond very well to that. Very, very, very well to
Absolutely.
that. Because, of course, Steve, you're going to have, there's certainly a bunch of real estate agents that have their favorite. They're going to go to them. They're never going to stop. End of story. That's fine. But there's a whole lot more
Yeah.
that are wide open to a new relationship and somebody who's going to work well with them, and
That's right.
work hard for them, and somebody, they're not 100% pleased with the status quo of what they're doing right now with a particular originator. So the
Mhm.
more offers you make,
Yeah.
to these agents, the higher the probability of getting an agent to respond. You say, sure, let's
That's
do
right.
business. Let's
That's right.
see how you are,
Yeah.
because I'm not happy with what I've got going on. Right.
Hmm.
So, and as long as you can do well and perform well, follow the plan and make sure you're staying in touch and we know the three things that agents want. As long as you're performing in those three arenas, man, you're going to do very, very well. So,
You
yeah, it's
will.
all
Yeah.
about offers, Steve. That's what it is. So,
And you'll get the no's, and it's okay
yeah,
with the no's. Just don't let them paralyze you because there's hundreds and thousands of other people that need you
yeah,
right now.
right,
You're driving down the freeway with a truck full of tires, and
right.
they're sitting on the side with a
With a
flat tire.
flat. Yeah.
So, okay, so go back. So we've got agents, active buyers, and past
Past
clients.
clients.
So, like on active buyers, just make sure before we get off the phone call, we just ask, "Hey, can I ask a quick favor? Do you have any
Mm,
friends, family,
mm,
coworkers looking to
mm,
buy, sell, or refi?" That's it.
mm,
Super simple.
mm.
And
Yeah.
then a direct buy email, so that through the process, all you do, hey, true story, and this is what got you and I on this conversation a week and a half ago. It was not last Friday, but the Friday before. I literally sent this out because I keep hearing Carl in the, it's like, okay, how do I scale? For me, it's how do I get back above 20 loans quickly? Just months, not years, right?
Mm,
And I just keep hearing offers, offers, offers. And how do I do it in a cool way? So 2 weeks ago, I sent out this email on a Friday morning. It was and so work with Chad. It'll help you with timings and stuff like that. But I sent it out. I kid you not, it went out, and within an hour, here's all I said, the exact email, word for word. Subject line, can I ask you a quick favor? Didn't even put
mm,
punctuation.
mm.
Then I put, do you have any friends, family, or coworkers who are thinking about buying, selling, or refinance in the next few months that you'd feel comfortable introducing me to? If so, reply with their name and number or text me directly, insert my number, and
Mhm.
I'll take great care of them, Steve.
Mm.
Guess what? Within an hour, one of my clients said, he called me and he said, "Hey, my sister Monica is going to call you. They're under contract right now and they're not pleased with their lender. See if you can help them." I call Anthony and Monica. That loan's closing on Tuesday.
Swing.
I mean, you're just and it is just. I sent another one yesterday to past clients. A direct call to action was I gave that literally was about a refinance, inviting people to have a conversation about refinances. And Frank, literally, I got people booked in my calendar this afternoon to talk about refis. Why?
Refinances.
It's a direct call to action. We got to
Right.
make more offers. And then here's a real simple text, because remember, it's phone call, email, text, and you just mix it up. And hey, do you have any friends, family, coworkers who are thinking about buying, selling, or refinances? If so, feel free to text me their name and number. I'll take great care of them. That's it.
That's it.
Just a text. Hey, and,
Pretty
and let's
simple.
get to the next one because it's very similar. But like the challenge isn't your activity. The challenge is you're not making enough offers with the activity you currently have.
Right.
And so that's our encouragement today. And here's the past client. Simple on the conversation. And in the membership, go to freedomplanningcall.com if you want more of these scripts. I mean, this is the roadmap and the plan that we teach inside the membership, freedomplanningcall.com. But it literally is in our quarterly past client calls. Frank, I had 10 past client scheduled calls last week. And in these calls, it is from using things like this literally, hey, at the end of the thank you call, can I ask you a favor? Do you have any friends,
Yeah.
family, coworkers looking to buy, sell, or refinance? That's it. And then also we do weekly emails. We do one a week. And then every other week I do a direct call to action
Call to
on
action.
Monday or
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they end up getting 2 email direct call to actions. Now, to be clear, every email I send has a call to action
Sure.
kind of worked in it,
Yeah.
but just a clean
Yeah.
direct call to action. I do
The
2 a
purpose of
month.
this email is to ask for a loan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it is no fluff. It just has my
Yeah.
name, Steve, and
No
I do that
value
twice a month.
item or anything.
Yeah,
Just, hey, looking for a
every
deal.
other week
Yeah.
I do it, and I've been doing it now. The email stuff for this is my 15th week, and Frank, it's like people are like, "What if they unsubscribe?" For me, they're not.
So?
And even if they do, it doesn't. You're 100% right. I got my past clients are 2,000 past clients, bro.
Yeah, that's
So
a
it's
big
just I'm just spinning the wheel. If they
Yeah.
unsubscribe, that's all right.
That's
Hey,
okay.
and then the last one is a text. It goes back to the same thing. Do you have any friends, family, coworkers?
How often would you text the past client?
Yeah, the text is a little bit less
Yeah.
because it's
Once a
more.
month, maybe.
Yeah, once a month.
Yeah.
So the text you want to
Yeah.
be real sparingly on.
Yeah. You don't want to
Because
blow that up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
But once a
makes
month ain't bad.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A
Yeah.
100%. Email is
Yeah.
a little bit. You can do it more often.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
text I
Phone
would
call
do it
once
a
a
little.
quarter. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Yeah.
and just think about this for extra credit. If you wanted to think about this when you're posting social media posts, are you asking for the business in a cool way? When you're recording podcast, are you closing with an offer, or asking for the business? I mean, you and I could literally go down, in your milestone updates where you update clients through the process. Are your team members or your emails, are they asking for the business? And so you could take this on. I bet you and I could come up with 25, but there's 3 core categories that have 9 opportunities that every person who's listening today could fully implement in their business.
Right. Like
And
immediately.
yeah, and you would get more business because of it. So that's our encouragement. And look, dial in one at a time and then make it a process.
Yeah.
And if you'll do that, more offers equal more no's, or minus more no's equals simply more money.
Yeah.
So
And the neat thing about this too, it comes at the steep cost of free 99.
yeah, it's free. It's a freemium. It just we laugh about it, Frank, but you know what? I don't think people are talking about it enough. And the reality is, we had it on the Breakfast Club, and I don't remember who said this, but we were talking about people have a fear of reluctance, which, by the way, we could go deeper. It's not fear; it's a limiting belief. It's a negative belief or it's positive belief. But I'm not getting into that.
Right.
But somebody said something, and I thought, "That's it, baby." Here's what they said. They said, "You've got to be more afraid in the fear of being broke than the fear of being rejected."
Right.
I'm like, that's
Yeah.
real simple. Hey,
Yeah.
and I heard something this week, and let me just say this. If you want to be 99% better than anyone else in the industry, there's only 3 things you have to master. The shame of rejection, the boredom of repetition, and the pain of feedback. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
And I just think, when you master it, you realize it. And shame's a heavy word, but I wrote it literally. I heard someone say this
It's
yesterday.
the right word though.
Yeah, well,
I think it's a good word.
but I'm finding it's so true. If you
So
can
it
get
is again
over
the shame of rejection,
shame
the
of
boredom
rejection,
of repetition,
yeah, and the pain of feedback.
and the pain of feedback.
Yeah, that's it. And it's like it and if you will overcome those three, you'll master anything. And I just thought, wow, that's so true. And today we gave you things that if you'll just understand, hey, I'm going to do it regardless of the no's I get, and I'm going to do it consistently long enough to get results. And when I get feedback, I'm going to keep slightly tweaking the machine so
Yeah.
that it gets better and better. And
Wonderful.
yeah, man, what a
Very
great
cool.
conversation today, brother.
It was, man. Thanks so much. Always a pleasure. Go to freedomplanningcall.com if
Yeah,
you want to learn
you
more.
want help with it. We'll give you all the resources, the scripts. It's our gift to you. So just book a time, fill out your name, email, cell phone, and I think they ask how many units a month you're doing. So do
Yeah.
it, and we'd love to help you. But keep up the great activity with a call to action, and you'll see massive success.
There
All
you
right,
go.
everybody. Remember
Uh,
this: anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Just get started. See ya.
Adios.